when you have responsibility, you have deen, you have akhlaq. Your connection with Allah is good, and you know how to talk to people, and you have good character, good conduct, good morals and good values. You are ready to get married by the will of Allah. The other day, one brother was asking me a question. He said, if a woman asks for $50,000 for mahar, is it a red flag or a green flag? Have you seen that? What did I say? I said it's a red flag. Why did I say it's a red flag? 50,000 US. My son is 22. You start him off on a debt, his mentality will be that of a person who's already in debt of 50K. Do you expect him to succeed as a man and come out and earn and say, wow, I'm going to provide for my family? Or he's already with a negative mindset from day one. I need to marry you, but you know what? I'm in debt. Write it, minus 50. I started my life minus 50. Can't you help me? Your own father, I'm talking of the one who's asking for 50,000 US as mahar. Your own father only got the first 50,000 when he was 60 years old. So let's wait. Wait for what? When you are old with a walking stick, I'll come with the 50,000. Yeah, here's the 50,000. Let's get married, mashallah, we do our nikah. You have to walk with a walking stick. How will you get married? Allahu Akbar. May Allah grant us ease. It's not haram. You can, if there's wealthy families sometimes. But to say that I will demand from you something you don't have. All the boys out here, I think 99% of them, they will not afford 50,000 at this age. Am I right or wrong? There, they are answering. Jazakallah khair. Now we have started our lecture, guys. Now we started. Imagine telling you 50, if someone says, look, inshallah, we will honor each other. It's not a sale. I'm not selling my daughter. When the guy thinks he paid for your daughter, he will abuse her. He will say, look, I paid. Come here. Sit down. He said, but I don't want to. I paid. Sit down. That's not how it is. That's not Islam. There is honor, dignity. I told you it's not haram, but it is definitely a red flag. Because some people were saying, no, Sheikh, how can you make haram what Allah made? I didn't say haram. I said red flag. Red flag means it's something you need to be wary of. Be careful. If it is a business deal from day one, you're putting me in debt and I haven't even started my life. Imagine what will happen. We will walk in the mall. We will walk in the mall with one problem. There is a niqab, but the eyes are looking. There is a designer watch. Can you see that? Say, I can't see. Why? I can't. You can see everything. You're pretending like you can't see. Because you know, if I walk into the mall, another 50K. Mahar was 50, there's another 50. What else? You want to buy a car? I know someone who said that if you marry my daughter, and this is a true story, it happened a few years ago, you are not allowed to drive a vehicle unless it is German. Unless, I mean, have you ever heard that? If I ask you, is that a red flag or a green flag? You know what I will tell you? That is not even a flag. Not even a flag. You cannot even bring the flag up. I don't even want to talk. Subhanallah, you're wasting the flags. German car. I will bring one of those old VWs from long back and I will come and say, that's the German vehicle. Subhanallah. May Allah forgive us. We ask for ridiculous things. That's why I say, when you make the halal difficult, you know what happens? The children become very, very despondent, and then they don't look forward to getting married. I met a brother 35 years old. With all due respect, may Allah make it easy for you to marry. I told him, are you married? He said, no. I said, why? He cracked a joke. He said, inshallah, when I marry, I'll marry all four one time. I said, be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. And he came up with another idea. And obviously this is banter that sometimes people actually just have while they are chit-chatting with the boys. He says, I learned a trick. What's the trick? I will marry my second wife before I marry my first wife. How? He says, because if you want to marry a second wife, they will never let you. So I rather marry the second one first and then the first one. So I said, but how? He says, you know how? When I want to get married, I'll say, you know, everything is okay. Even maybe I can give you that 50K, but you are my second wife. Oh, Oh, so who is your first one? Don't worry about her. She's not an obstacle. You won't see her. It's okay. One day when she's ready to see you, we'll see. For now, don't worry. It's okay. You know, you are my second wife. So he marries. He says, when I marry, what will happen? After a few years, when I find another woman, I said, I will marry you. And the nikah happens, and then he tells his wife, who he married first, who was told she was the second, remember one day I told you that I have another wife? Say, yes, let me introduce you to her. I told him, my brother, that's the reason why you are not married.